The Skeleton just got a lot of new skins after the latest CS2 update, so we will go over a lot of combos with these new skins, starting off with the Skeleton Doppler phase 4 with the Specialist Gloves Field Agent, and this is my second favorite combo for this skeleton specific. The best one is coming next, which is with the hand wraps Cobalt Skulls, and I think that these are the best gloves for dark blue Dopplers. And here's the same combo but with a Skeleton phase 3 instead. It's not that different, right? You can barely spot the difference, but I still prefer the phase 4 because it just has more blue. And then we're going over to the Skeleton Doppler phase 2, which is basically pink, so it goes best with the Sport Gloves Vice, but as you can imagine that is too expensive, so a cheaper option would be the Moto Gloves Boom, as they have this small pink spot, so I think that overall it fits well together. And speaking of which, here's the same gloves but with the Skeleton Doppler phase 1. I don't like this one as much as the phase 2 and it's also harder to combo with, but I think that these are alright. This video was sponsored by SkinsMonkey, which is a trading platform where you can trade your old rusty CS2 skins for some new shiny ones in seconds. You just select the skins that you want to trade and the ones that you want to get. You click trade and it's done. If you use my code OZNI on the website, you get a bonus of up to $5 for free and a 35% bonus when buying balance. They also host giveaways in the freebies page and link to SkinsMonkey is in the description. And then we're going over to the Skeleton Tiger Tooth, and there's three options here. The first one is with the Driver Gloves Overtake, which I think looks absolutely amazing, and then we have this one with the hand wraps Badlands, which is also cheaper and it still looks pretty good, and the last one is with the Sport Gloves Big Game, which for many people it's probably the best one, but I think I still prefer the first one that I showed you with the Overtake gloves, but it's not bad. And next up we have the Skeleton Ultraviolet, and here I'll show you my top two combos. The first and the most obvious one is with the Driver Gloves Imperial Blade, and this one is just a classic. However, my favorite one is this one with the Sport Gloves Nocts, which is also a bit cheaper and I just think it fits so much better. I absolutely love this combo. You can barely see any purple as well unless you actually inspect the knife. Now going over to the Skeleton Ruby, which is my favorite one from this case by far. The first one is with the Sport Gloves Scarlet Shamag, which is pretty good. The gloves are black and red, which basically fits the handle of the skeleton as well. And then we have this one with Sport Gloves Slingshot, which is my second favorite one. It looks so good though, but I'm now going over to my favorite one, which is this one with the Specialist Gloves Crimson Kimono, and I think there's no better match here in terms of colors, and these gloves are just absolutely amazing. And then we're going over to the Skeleton Damascus Steel, and there's so many possible combos here. You can do this one with the Bloodhound Gloves Bronze, as you can see in the video, or you can also do it with the Specialist Gloves LT Commander. I think I slightly prefer this one, but it's also more expensive. And then we can do the absolute classic one with the hand wraps Duct Tape, which is going to be much cheaper as well. And my favorite one in general is the one with the black tie gloves, as the handle of the skeleton also fits, but this one would be the most expensive one in general. And then we have the Skeleton Black Pearl, which the most obvious and also super expensive combo for this one is with the Sport Gloves Pandora's Box. It looks good, right? But I also think that this knife goes very well with the Noct gloves. It also makes the combo much cheaper, but don't get me wrong, it is still going to be pretty expensive. And for the cheapest one, which is a Skeleton Rust Coat, it's very easy. There's three options. The first one is with the hand wraps Constrictor, which looks good, will be cheap, and it's just a classic. But my absolute favorite one is this one with the hand wraps Leather. I think it looks super clean, but it is going to be more expensive. You could also do it with the Driver Gloves Queen Jaguar, but I don't like it as much. And now we're going over to the Skeleton Sapphire, and here I'm going to show you a few combos that I like with it, and you can decide which one you prefer. The first one is with the Sport Gloves Amphibious. It just looks very clean, but it is also the most expensive one. Then there's this one with the Moto Gloves Cool Mint. I don't like it as much, to be honest, but it still looks good. Then we have this one with the hand wraps Cobalt Skulls, which I absolutely love. And lastly, I tried it with the Mogul gloves, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of this one. It is much cheaper than the other ones though. And then this is the most obvious combo of the video, and I think it's the only good one for the Marble Fade, to be honest. And it's basically Skeleton Marble Fade with the Specialist Gloves Marble Fade. If you have any other suggestions for gloves here, let me know down in the comments. But that is it for this video. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel for daily CS2 content.